So we are down here in LA at the Adobe Max convention right now at the Meta booth. We're about to try out the Quest Pro for the first time. There's no adjustment period. That's hard to explain how that feels, but it just feels good. You just get in, you're like, oh, I can just jump right to this. I can still see my whole room. It doesn't feel like you're breaking something, if that makes sense. It's really nice because I can see what's going on in the room still. Jeremy here's gonna take us through the whole thing. What should we be expecting?
Today we are showcasing 4 applications, all from within the creative space. Think of more so if you're, getting into design, 3D design, architectural design, interior designing. And we have 4 special applications that we'll give you a demo of, let you tap into, and just open up that imagination of creativity.
Awesome, I'm really excited. I see him sitting here, but I haven't even touched one, put one on or anything, so you're gonna hear everything as I'm getting through it, what I think and feel. So I guess let's get into it.
All right, let's jump into it. What you're looking at is our all-new Meta Quest Pro. What you'll notice right up front is first it's sleek design. And I know you say you use the Quest 2, the previous Quest 2 quite often. So some of the biggest differences that you'll notice is here up front, we're gonna have this depth wheel. So if you were to have glasses or you just wanted some additional distance from the lens of the headset and then your eyes, here's a wheel that you can make those adjustments.
This is what moves the lenses further away from your eyes. What you can see is it's actually doing, it's only moving the forehead pad, but it does have quite a bit of range. Even at the closest, I couldn't get these to touch my eyes unless I moved the whole headset up the back of my head a little bit, which is possible because this moves.
Also underneath, as we look at the lens previously, you had the 3 different settings with the Quest 2. Now you have a continuous scale, so you can find that perfect distance with your IPD.
So the IPD is still a manual adjust, but it stops at any point you put it at. They say that these go from 55 to 75 IPD, which is the widest range on any headset. That still has yet to be proven, but if that's the case, I mean, it's really far. The interesting thing I noticed though, the sweet spot is so big on these, I didn't even care about adjusting the IPD. It's like the old PSVR didn't have an IPD. You didn't really need it because the sweet spot was so big. It wasn't like you had to have it directly in front to see clear. It was clear no matter where I left them, which was actually really cool.
And then also we're gonna have this fit wheel to adjust the fitting of the headset.
This is a really nice feeling knob. It doesn't click at all or do anything. It's a little more than I need at max, but this is not huge. I have a pretty big head, but there's definitely a concern to me that it doesn't get much bigger than that right there. I mean, even at max I can leave it and it will kind of stay in place, and that's as big as it gets. It's nice though that this has a little bit of adjusting because you can have it low, you can have it high, and it feels good in either spot. So if you really want those lenses up on your eyes, you can actually put it way up here, and then there's very little gap so that maybe when you were gaming, you could get it in a little closer.
And then what you'll notice overall is the fit. So it's gonna feel much more comfortable on your head, and you'll even probably think that it's lighter than the Quest 2, but it actually weighs more. But just with the ergonomics and the way that it sits, it takes some of that pressure off the front load, which ultimately allows you to play longer.
I'm so used to a Quest 2 that has tons of accessories that it feels light to me. Compared to a normal Quest 2, you might be able to tell that it's different, but it definitely feels very premium. Like it feels strong, it feels solid. It feels like something you don't want to drop. The head strap design kind of seems like an elite strap, but it feels a lot better on your head. It's got some flexibility. Obviously I can't go crazy here at this convention, but I mean, you do that right there and you can see it has some play. So it's a good sign, at least. Snap! Guys, I don't know what happened.
Yep, and at any moment, if you need to edit or delete, you'll just take one of those objects and toss it to the side, and then, whoa, almost hit me there.
That is a trip. That's actually really cool. I like how the wheel in the back feels. It's not clicky at all. It just moves nicely.
You'll also notice underneath is where you're gonna have your volume control as well as your power underneath on the inside of that bar. Next, I'm gonna go over these Pro controllers. So what you'll notice is that obviously sleek design, but now we have these 3 sensors built in, one there, and then 2 on the back. That's gonna help with more precise tracking when you're utilizing your controllers. As you also know, you can still move forth with utilizing hand tracking. Another thing I wanna point out is where you see the controller slopes down here, this actually can be used essentially as a pressure pad. So imagine when you're inside of VR, if you were holding, let's say, an egg, if you were to press too hard on this pressure pad here, you would then crack the egg.
Oh, wow, okay.
And that's just another element the Pro controllers bring to make that much more immersive experience when you're inside of VR.
The way they set the dock up, if you put the controllers on first, it seems to be a lot simpler and it makes more sense intuitively. You put it on and it vibrates, you see a green light light up. And then when you put it together, it almost feels like a way they magnet, it almost feels like it sticks the controllers together. If you put the headset on first though, it feels a lot more awkward trying to find the way to land these in here. You can kind of just wiggle them around and find it though. The magnets do pull it into place, which I like. But the first several times I tried that off camera, I was really struggling because I was doing it one at a time, trying to find like, where does this land? It's almost easier if you like put these two beveled edges together and then you land it in there. It's not like a drop in though, and it's exact every time, so it's a bit of a learning curve to get it just right. There's magnets in these. It kind of helps you getting it in the dock, but I don't know if there's gonna be any other functions of that, but there is, they kind of snap together like that, which is kind of cool. The way your stylus goes in, this part, if you push it in a little bit and then you twist, that's unlocked. That's locked. Should I put this on then?
Yes, let's go ahead and get you in headset.
Get this as close to my eyes as possible.
Oh yes. Now go ahead and ball your hands up in a fist. And what I'm gonna do is just tether you, so just in case, it gets crazy.
Feels like there's definitely extra weight to these controllers.
Oh yeah, so a couple things that you'll notice, maybe not in these experiences today, is that there are various coils. So where you'll feel that haptic feedback, it'll come in various positions, more so at the bottom. So imagine if you were to have like a musket and you were to fire off, or if you had a tennis racket and you were to hit a ball, you would feel it much more at the top, just to bring that true sense.
That's cool.
Of feedback.
It's like real haptics versus vibration.
Exactly.
Like
So now that you have the headset on, clear image?
Yeah, I see Editor John over there, I see you. I'm shocked at how much I'm seeing. It's not perfectly true to life. It looks just like you're looking through and seeing a screen still. It's not quite like looking through sunglasses or something, obviously, but the colors pop, like especially there's all these lights at the convention and stuff. I feel like I could just walk around with this on right now. I don't feel like I have to worry about, am I gonna bump something if I reach for it? It feels like I'm seeing a real representation of what's around me.
Absolutely, and what you just mentioned, the full color pass-through is essentially a game changer. With the previous, you would have pass-through, but it would be in the black and gray. But now with the full color pass-through, you're able to actually, see individuals and just get a better feel for the space around you. That's going to be awesome when we jump into the experience, when we kind of jump into mixed reality. With all of the experiences, you'll have different designs that you'll be doing in virtual, but you'll also have your in real life environment and pass-through mode in the background.
It's really cool so far. Like, one thing that's really interesting, so you can see I've got a lot of space out here to see. It's supposed to be like that, so I can, if I need to switch to something, I need to grab something, it gives me that. But like, if I see Jeremy over here and I turn, I can still see all of him outside. It's not like the legs are here and the top half is here. Everything is still very accurate. The only thing that looks a little funny is if I move my hands quickly, maybe because they're closer, they get a little jittery. But as far as like the room around me, everything still feels like I'm actually in the room, which is really cool. So what are these?
Yes, so these are blinders. So if you wanted to have a more immersive experience and kind of block out your external environment, what we have here are these accessories that they're magnetized, and then you can actually place them into and I'll go ahead and show you, and I'll go ahead and just snap in position.
Oh, that's nice. It's really easy. It's not, you see these little tabs on here and you kind of think, am I gonna have to snap this in? But you even get it close and it just wants to jump on there. The magnets really do it up. That's cool. You do feel the blinders touching you, but it feels fine. It actually feels very similar to like the PSVR. It's like a silicone feel and it doesn't feel bad at all on your skin. It blocks out the sides now. I do still have the bottom, so it's still easy. I can see everything down here, but the sides have definitely blocked out a lot, so it'd be a little more immersive with this. Interestingly, I'm only in Pass right now. I honestly feel like I don't want them. Maybe if I was in a game, it'd feel different, but like right now, I'm like, it's not necessary, weirdly, which I did not expect that.
And at any moment, just as you just did, you can just snap those off.
It's a lot less hard of a transition back to the real world when you've been seeing it through color pass-through. Obviously, the real world is a little more high definition, but coming back out, it's not nearly like when you take off a Quest and you're like, whoa, like it feels more useful, weirdly, than a Quest because of that. Like, it feels like something you can pop on and off. It doesn't feel like something you need to get into for a long time. Like the Quest, you want to get fully immersed. This feels like a helpful tool. You pop on, you can do something, and you can jump back out, and you're back to the real world. It's not a weird transition period. It definitely feels like it's a business tool, and it's meant to be used like someone who's creative, someone who's using it for productivity. It really makes sense for that. But even from the perspective of just the world of VR, it's still a really exciting headset. The comfort of it is better than I expected. The controllers have a nice weight to them, which I was surprised about, because with the Quest 2, you're used to the controllers not feeling very heavy. These feel solid. Everything about it feels really premium. What else do we not go over? What's coming? What should I know?
A couple things I would note is that although it is for that enterprise, high tier designer, it's also for everyone. So if you do just want the best optics that are out there, this is the Quest Pro is going to be the device for you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. This has been really cool. I'm excited to share more. We're getting one. It's coming. So once I get it, we can really go in depth and tell you a lot more about it, show it off to you. But so far, I'm excited. I'm excited to learn more about it. So thank you so much for your time here.
Thank you. It was a pleasure having you.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Thank you.